Okay, welcome back everybody. Back to the Harley repair project. What I'm getting ready to start here is I'm getting ready to paint this silver onto this saddlebag here. As you can see, the damage, if you remember from other videos, I don't remember how much I put into videos, it's kind of getting strung out now, but and it kind of makes a little Z shape here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint the silver on here. This is going to take a couple days to get done. I may be able to get the silver and the gray on today. I don't know, but I have to kind of. You'll see what I do. I'll film it in a minute after I put it back on. But see, remember this thing was split right through here, and that's been repaired. That's all. It's got dust from my hands on it now, but that's all repaired. So let me shut this camera off and get some silver paint on here. Sprayed that silver, and see, you can tell because there was so much paint on there before, you can see where it was, and then when you get to where that area was damaged, you can't tell where it was, so I'll have to figure that out. But right now I'm going to let that that silver base coat solvent, and I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and tape up the pinstripe. All right, everybody, I got this silver sprayed on here. Now, a little trick that I do, I put all my fine line tapes and stuff in a little Tupperware container. It keeps them clean because it's important to keep the edges of this stuff clean. Stuff gets stuck to it, and it just makes for a nicer job. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, as best I can, I'm going to follow. You can see where this thing was painted before, and the paint was so thick. I actually have a little. You can obviously tell where the stripe was, but everywhere where it was damaged, obviously, it's been repaired, and you can't. But it shouldn't be that big a deal. So I'm going to tape this up. And what's going to happen is, you remember, is that's going to stay silver. Everything I tape up is going to stay silver. So as you can see in here, what I tape up, when I pull it off, it's going to end up like that after I'm getting done painting it. Now, there is no, I'm kind of guessing where it goes there. I may have to pull this up a couple times and then I can follow it from about right here where my thumb is. You can tell where it used to be. Now, starting about right here, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I don't have it, I can't tell where it was, so again, I'm gonna have to kind of just eyeball it here. Now the trick is, I'll turn this around so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now the trick is, let me check to see what that camera's seeing here. Yeah. I had a guess from about right here to right here where this stripe goes. Now I've got to join it up with this one, but I think we guessed pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Now don't worry, I'll come back and trim that up. Okay. As you can see, what I'm doing there, I'm going to go ahead and finish. I'm not going to film it all. I'm going to tape all of this up, and then around back it comes down. Then you lose it again where I had to repair it. Remember, this is where I had the big old crack. Then it come up here. So I'm not going to film all that, but I'll show you when I get done. All right. I got the stripe on there. Oh, well, I say the stripe. I got that taped up. I followed where it was before, and that's how it was from the factory. It overlaps there. So now I've got to get this thing ready to paint this charcoal gray color. I'm gonna try and get that on today. I don't like leaving this tape stuck on that fresh base coat any longer than necessary, and it's wicked hot outside today. So hopefully I can get that gray on here soon. Okay, I almost got ahead of myself here. I taped up the fine line over top of the silver that I sprayed earlier. And I got that taped up. Now here's where the tricky part comes in. It's gonna be easier if I grab this side cover here. Let's see. I have got to now reverse tape for this stripe, which is gonna be down here, okay? Because it's gotta get painted the same time that this charcoal gray, which is what goes up here, is. So now I've got to put fine line tape. If you watched the first series when I did this the first time, I got to put a piece of fine line down this stripe. And again, I can tell where it is to about right here, and then I lose it because all this was repaired. Remember where the bag was damaged, the saddle bag was damaged. So that's what I got to do right now. Okay, now what you've seen here is now this, where this stripe is right here, is going to go this charcoal gray color. I know it's hard to tell what color this is because it's all sanded and it's got two different color primers and everything else going on. But what I have to do now is, when I get done painting all this, the last thing I'm going to untape before I clear it is going to be this one, and it's going to remain silver underneath of it. Okay, this gets complicated and confusing, I should say, real quick. Now what I'm getting ready to do is, now I'm going to tape up on either side, or both sides, however you want to say that, of this stripe right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this stripe out. And what that's going to let me do is, it's going to let me paint where this purple tape is. It's going to let me paint it this charcoal gray color. So I'll get back to you when I get to that point. Hope you can keep straight what's going on here. Okay. Now, you see it's 3 layers thick here. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pull, let me see if this thing will focus. I'm going to pull the center piece out of there. There we go. And what this is going to do, there we go. Okay, now I'll have to go back and fix all the little edges, but now what's going to happen is I'm going to tape this section up right here, and I'm going to tape from this stripe down. That way, where it's silver right here is going to get painted this color of charcoal gray. It just gets confusing. Everything that's underneath of this tape is going to remain silver. It doesn't matter about underneath of this. This is going to get painted red in here. I am going to tape up. I'm going to cover all of this in here up with tape, just like this. That's just to keep the amount of mils of different color paints to a minimum. Plus, it would add another line. And when I say another line, you see how you can see where that stripe was? Remember when I started that concave where there was so much paint, you could tell where the stripe went until you got to where the damaged area was. So that's going to limit that. So I'm going to tape that up right now, and I'll show you that when I get that taped up. Hope this is making sense to you. It's barely making sense to me. All right. Got it all taped up. I taped up this piece. I had to go around that silver stripe with the fine line and taped everything up because this is going gray, this is going gray, and that stripe there is going to gray. So I'll get back with you when I get it out in the paint booth. All right, people, I've got everything loaded into my paint booth. Yeah, that's a joke. The temperature is set at about 95 degrees, about 90% humidity. So this stuff is going to dry real fast. Yes, I can spray this out here. I'm spraying less than 3 ounces, and I'm not going to clear coat it. I'm not going to film me while I'm spraying it, but I'll show you in between. Okay, there's one coat. And just like when I'm doing a blend job, I concentrate on just putting the color on the area that's primed first. I'll get it colored in, then I'll put a nice light coat over everything. Okay, I got 3 coats of base on right now. It's pretty much covered in. It's a little light right in there. It'll take another coat or 2, but it's getting there. All right, guys, remember the other day I showed you my new concrete floor? Well, I got the epoxy floor coating on there. You have to, I apologize, I don't have any, don't have electric in here, or don't have any lights in here anyway. I tell you what, from stuff that you buy from the home improvement store, it really turned out nice. Like I said, it worked out good. I basically did it because if you don't put a coating on a floor like this, you can't sweep it up. It always holds dust and dirt. And basically, this is supposed to be just for storage, but now it looks like a nice room. But anyway, back to my other project. I'll give you another little bit of bonus footage. I got my chickens out. See that white chicken there? Her name's Betty White. That's for real. She's a leghorn. About every 3 weeks or so, she'll lay a double yoker. Pretty neat. Anyway, I know you don't care about my chickens, but just killing time, waiting for another coat to flash off. All right, guys, it's been a very productive day here. These have sat for painted for several hours now, and I'm going to untape them here so you'll be able to see what we did. Obviously, this hasn't been painted down here. But what I want you to see is, I'll help you understand the process. This stripe up here, guys, it's gonna stay. Well, I'll tell you what, I can untape this one. Yeah. Let me move this out of the way for a minute so get in the camera's view. Okay. Now, remember this little side cover, it was only damaged right in here. So, see that silver stripe? That, remember the first part of this video, I painted silver all the way around this this saddlebag right here. Let me move some stuff around here, reposition this camera. Now, I'm gonna untape everything but this top stripe, because what's underneath of that is gonna be that silver stripe. And what I've gotta do is gonna be the silver stripe, and what I've gotta do is, I've still gotta paint the red and the black on this bag here. Like I said, I try and keep these videos short and just give you the highlights, but I don't want you to miss anything either. I don't really want to put it on time lapse, but I may have to. Okay, now remember, I had to tape this up here. I had to tape up, I put 3 pieces of tape and pulled out the center. So what we're going to end up with now is a gray stripe. Well, you get the idea, I think. Okay, you get the idea there. So now, this gray stripe, I know it gets confusing. This gray stripe is that gray stripe. So now I've got to paint this red right in there. When I'm done painting this red, then I'll be able to pull this off. But in the meantime, tomorrow or whenever I get a chance to paint the other colors, I have to reverse tape, meaning I have to tape up on top of this gray stripe so that it will stay gray. Then I'll have to paint the red and the gray. But I think I'm going to end this video off right here. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment if you got any questions, or if you like it or you don't like it. Let me know. Like I said, hope you're enjoying some of this anyway. So this is what I've been doing this summer while everybody else is out of school. Thanks for watching.